What is going on, Pacer Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice Pacers. Guys, it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these. Haven't really done a whole lot of Pacer content this year because obviously not really a season to admire. We all obviously knew this because, the Indiana Pacers lost their star point guard in Tyrese Halliburton to start the year. And obviously we lost Miles Turner and a few other pieces as well going into the season. So we knew it was going to be a step back. And obviously with the amount of injuries that the Indiana Pacers have been plagued with this year, quite crazy. But the Indiana Pacers are making trades before the NBA trade deadline and whatnot. So the Indiana Pacers made a big trade today where they are sending Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, and 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick to the Clippers. And they are sending Ivica Zubac, and that's how I had to look it up, how to pronounce it, because I again haven't looked into him too much. But yeah, apparently Ivica is going to be a Indiana Pacer, and along with Kobe Brown as well, another role player there as well from the Clippers. The Clippers have just been complete fire sale throughout this entire thing. I mean, the Clippers are just getting rid of anyone and everyone that they can right now. And obviously now the Indiana Pacers are looking to make moves as well. Now, I know a lot of people will look at this and say, wow, you gave up that much just for a traditional center. I get why the initial reaction is like, why would you make this trade? Well, the main point is that this was a move that was not made for this season. Obviously, the Indianapolis Colts are Indianapolis Colts. And see, I'm still in that mode. The Indiana Pacers are clearly making this move in preparation for the 2026-2027 season when Tyrese Halliburton officially returns. That is where all this is coming in because obviously you have to look forward to the future of this with Benedict Mathurin. That one's going to be the most unfortunate aspect of this, losing a great role player like Benedict Mathurin, but you do get to use him in acquiring a player that, again, has some solid stats as a center, but obviously when you're playing with the Clippers right now, the way things are going there, odds are it could be much better for Indiana Pacers. I'll digress to a couple things. Obviously, what you're getting rid of, Benedict Mathurin, who was averaging 17.5 points a game this year, with an increased role because of the absence of Tyrese Halliburton and a bunch of other injuries that have occurred. Although Benedict Mathurin has also dealt with his fair share of injuries this season as well. And Benedict Mathurin was starting to be put back on the bench a little bit, back from his return from his injury. So obviously there was an understanding that, he was probably going to be sent off at some point, use him to get something versus him wanting to leave and get an extended role somewhere else. Obviously we'll miss you, Mathurin. You gave us a lot of great moments over the last few years, especially last season. Isaiah Jackson, again, just a role player. And then obviously giving up 3 draft picks, 2 firsts. That's a lot. That's a lot. It feels like a lot. It really does. And I'm surprised at just how much that is. Um, Definitely seems like a lot for that type of move. But again, uh, Zubac is going to be a guy that is going to, I feel, thrive under Tyrese Halliburton type style offense where he's that type of guy that can play off the pick and roll, can play really well inside the box. Again, the Indiana Pacers haven't really had. They obviously Miles Turner played some great defenses, but Miles was more of a guy that at times felt like he wanted to be away from under the basket rather than being under the basket and helping in that transition game. And Zubac definitely feels like he could be that guy that could, thrive off a pick and roll scheme with Tyrese Halliburton, because people have to respect that kind of center that comes in and plays this game now. I mean, I don't know how it's going to feel about the way the Pacers typically run their offense. The Pacers are usually very high-paced, fast-paced, efficient offense. I don't know how Zubac's going to be for that, but who knows? Very interesting to say the least. I mean, again, when we look at just his stats in general, over the last 2 years has really been a 17 to 15 point per game type player that averages more than 11 rebounds per game, which is big. Again, the Pacers were almost always out rebounded when it came to teams like that. So, and averaging around a block a game too. So that's an important one too. So definitely be interesting to see how he does with the Indiana Pacers. But let us know your thoughts on this move, all that other stuff. But that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much. And as always, go Pacers.